Safe after his train trip in our studios now. Bulelani, good evening to you. We all remember, of course, the moment when President Cyril Ramaphosa got stuck in that train in Gauteng a couple of months ago. What's he saying about these trains? What promises is he making?
Well, good evening to you, Stephen, and to the viewers. Essentially, today is a milestone in what the president describes as a new dawn in terms of modernizing the railway infrastructure as well as rolling out these new modern trains. Essentially, these trains are going to be rolled out in the Western Cape and KZN over the next year. Of course, as you've heard in that clip, is that the bigger plan is to roll out about 600 of these new passenger rail trains in South Africa by 2030. What's new about these trains is that they are equipped with state-of-the-art technology, including, amongst others, if a passenger has got an emergency in one of the carriages, they can be able to communicate with the driver in order to get an intervention. And of course, if the driver does not respond to that kind of alert, then the train will automatically come to a halt. Secondly, Stephen, also equipped with instruments like air conditioners to keep commuters cool during hot summer days, as well as CCTV cameras above in the carriages where it can monitor any crime or any pickpocketing that's happening within those carriages. So those are some of the features that are quite prominent in these new trains.
And Bulelani, you were actually on the train today. How was the ride?
Well, I can tell you, Stephen, it was quite a smooth ride. We took a train from the Cape Town station down to the southern suburbs to Mowbray station, and it was quite smooth compared to the old trains. And even on the way back, there were no, difficulties or any problems as experienced in the old trains by the president last month. Of course, what the Passenger Rail Agency of South Africa is saying is that this state-of-the-art, passenger rail trains will still need to be actually tested over the next 6 months, to check whether they are compatible to the railway infrastructure, which is old. So that when the rolling out program goes forward, they ensure that the specifications of these trains are actually compatible to whatever infrastructure that will be there.
And Bulelani, you're tracking another story for us today from our offices in Cape Town in Parliament. The media organisation Media Monitoring Africa, they've written to President Ramaphosa. I suppose demanding might be the right word, that he appoints a new board to the SABC. What progress on that? Any response from the presidency? Do you think we might be heading off to court again on this?
Well, we did solicit a commentary from the presidency through the spokesperson, Ms. Kusela Digo, who did say that, the president is considering the matter of appointing the SABC board. But of course, there are certain processes that he needs to satisfy himself with regards to ensuring that there is compliance with regards to legislation and stuff like that. One of those issues is to ensure that the vetting processes will not find the process wanting. And therefore, he's doing his own vetting process to ensure that all the 8 nominated candidates are compliant with vetting processes. The second issue is also to ensure that Parliament has followed a proper process of ensuring that, this process cannot be challenged in the court of law. Of course, when we've tried to get an indication when the president will approve or assent those nominations, the presidential spokesperson simply said that the announcement will be made imminently. But of course, there has been no time frame that has been forthcoming. You'll recall, Stephen, Media Monitoring Africa has said that if the president does not actually make these appointments by the end of tomorrow, then they are going to pursue legal avenues. What those legal avenues are going to be, we suspect is going to go to court. And of course, we would expect that the president will be cited as one of the respondents in those court processes.
Bulelani Philip, thanks very much indeed in our offices in Cape Town. Tshwane Mokwetla has more for you.